The crazy rumor?
Yeah.
I don't know about the rumor. What rumors, right? Wait, they say, nah, I ain't gonna say that. I heard about that though, but I ain't about to say that. But
What was
I ain't about to say on my.
You and Diddy? You and Diddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you and Diddy.
You and Diddy what?
You and Diddy.
And I tell people that 24/7, this is the devil's game. It is not. This is not no God's game. This right here is for you to look up to me. This right here for you to look up to me.
All funny games. It's all funny games. Tulane games no more. It's all hoo hoo hee hee hoo hoo hee hoo 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 hee. And Tulane games no more. You can't do that no more.
Y'all, YK wasn't just showing up to Diddy's wild parties for fun. There was something so much darker going on behind those closed doors. And when I tell you this video that just came out is disturbing. Child, let me tell you about these secret getaways and humiliating situations that poor YK got caught up in. Everything exploded when Diddy got scooped up by Homeland Security in September 2024. And baby, this wasn't your typical celebrity arrest. They raided his LA and Miami homes, and what they found will have your jaw on the floor. We're talking AR-15s, high-capacity magazines, and get this, thousands of bottles of baby oil. Like, who needs that much baby oil? And trust me, this isn't about some skincare routine. It's all connected to those notorious freak-offs Diddy was throwing. Y'all, this is where things get so dark, I can barely even... These prosecutors are saying Diddy's been running these absolutely twisted parties for years, forcing young artists and vulnerable people into doing whatever he wanted. We're talking recorded, intimate acts that would make your grandmother faint. Now, poor YK Osiris, Lord have mercy. We all knew he was struggling in the industry, but nobody knew just how bad it really was until these charges started coming out. Word on these streets is that Diddy wasn't just inviting YK to these parties to have a good time. He was pressuring this young man into these freak-offs, using him like he was nothing but a pawn in his sick game. The tea is scalding because apparently YK was just one of many young artists Diddy got his hands on, turning them into what people are calling his personal twinks or boy toys. And the more you hear about this mess, the more it sounds like Diddy was playing some twisted game with people's lives while acting untouchable in the industry. Let me break down how this devil was operating. He'd find these young, broke artists who were just trying to make it big. Then he'd flex all his connections, promising them everything they ever dreamed of: fame, money, success. But honey, there was a price for all that, and it wasn't just about talent. According to these multiple lawsuits and industry insiders, these parties were like some kind of freaky initiation ritual. Diddy would pressure these poor young men into doing whatever he wanted, and I mean whatever. They're saying he was using all kinds of substances, ecstasy, GHB, cocaine, to get people comfortable and compliant. Like, how are you supposed to say no when you're drugged up and your whole career is on the line? And y'all, this isn't just some random gossip I'm making up. We're talking about actual testimony from people who were right there. People who worked for him, organized these trips, booked those hotel rooms, making sure everything went down exactly how Diddy wanted it. The craziest part, these people kept their mouths shut for years because Diddy was just too powerful. If you even thought about pushing back or saying no, baby, your career was done. Blacklisted. No deals, no gigs, nothing. Now let's talk about what happened to YK Osiris, because this story will break your heart. This young man's career went from the top to basically nothing, and now we're finally understanding why. Back in 2017, his song Valentine was everything. We're talking over 100 million streams on Spotify. That alone should have had him set, but honey, he was just getting started. 2018 rolls around, and Worth It takes him global. 300 million streams, triple platinum. Def Jam saw those numbers and snatched him up fast. He was running with the big dogs. Moneybagg Russ, Tory Lanez, dropped his debut album, The Golden Child, in 2019 with hits like Ride and Shakira. Everyone thought this boy was about to take over the game. He had the look, the connections, the vibe that had fans obsessed. But Chile, while everyone was thinking he was about to be the next big thing, YK was already losing his grip. Instead of keeping that momentum going, this boy took his foot off the gas. By 2020, nothing he released was hitting like before. In 2021, even worse, he started dropping old songs like We Wouldn't Notice. The few singles he did put out barely hit 1 million streams. And remember, this is the same artist who used to pull 300 million. But it wasn't just the music slipping, honey. This young man was blowing through money faster than a tornado through Kansas. Cars, iced out chains, you name it, he bought it. When Uncle Sam came knocking for those taxes, baby didn't even have enough to cover the bill.
How did you spend your first $1 million?
Man, I spun that thing quick, boy. That thing went like within like 8 months.
You blew through $1 million in 8 months.
Yeah.
And you're how old at that time?
I was 18.
18 years
Yeah,
old.
18.
You do not give a 18-year-old $1 million. That is not always the best idea.
Yeah.
And as if being broke wasn't bad enough, this poor child was burning bridges with everybody who could have helped him. Let me tell you about this mess with Lil Baby pressing him over $5,000. Baby was fed up chasing him for that money, and it was not a good look.
I'm sorry, let me get my 5 band, man.
I can't wait. I can't wait to get you. I can't.
You right now.
He's so funny. He's so funny, man.
I'm dead ass. You know, I made rap go up and down. You up right now. Don't worry about it.
Man, this is so rich, man.
I'll wait on your next hit.
No, let me tell you how you rich you is. Nigga, you don't even bother me about that.
Want me to wait on your next hit?
Yeah, hell yeah. I got you too. Yeah.
Well, over 5,000, man. I'm waiting on your next hit.
3,000.
I'm gonna invoice your label.
Chile, even Boozy had to put YK on blast over $1,200 from some bet during that viral crate challenge.
Almost.
And our deal was Osiris owed me $1,200. Our deal was the 5,000. If he don't make it, he owe me 600. And he missed 2 times, so he owed me 1,200. I need that 12.
But wait, it gets even messier. Drake, yes, Drake, had to press him about $60,000. Now, Drake being Drake offered to squash the debt if YK sang Worth It right there in his mansion like some kind of circus act. And baby, YK didn't even hesitate, jumped right up and started singing, making himself look like a whole clown just to avoid paying up.
I don't owe you no more.
You owe me 60 bands, and you have to perform the song right now in the crib. What are we talking about? What are you talking about? I'm giving you an out. I'm not Baby. I'm not Boosie. You don't owe me no 2 rags, 5 rags. You owe me 60 bands. I'm playing the song right now. You ready? I need you. I need a full. Huh? You don't owe me no money right now. I swear. I need a full performance though. The real. I'm serious.
You just gotta be ready. Oh, again.
The embarrassment didn't stop there. French Montana had to corner him just to get his $5,000 back.
He owe me some money. You don't want to pay me? I'm gonna get my money in Bahamas. I'm gonna get the money, man. How much owe you? You owe me $5,000 from bowling, man. You never pay me.
But y'all, this is where the story gets even darker. When YK tried to clean up his image, chilly. It backfired so bad it'll make your head spin. He offered to pay for the funeral of 14-year-old Ty Sampson, that poor baby who died in that Florida amusement park accident. People were actually touched, thinking YK was finally doing something good. But honey, what happened next? The family had to come out and expose him for lying about the donation. They said he blocked them and never gave them a dime. Can you believe the audacity? And if you thought that was rock bottom, baby, grab your hard hat because we're going deeper. In October 2022, YK gets on IG Live looking all kinds of broken, talking about how Lil Baby and Drake don't mess with him anymore, saying he wanted to end it all. Just devastating. Then comes the Sukihana incident in June 2023 that had everybody's jaws on the floor. This man really had the nerve to grab Sukihana, trying to force a on her while cameras were rolling.
Osiris, we watched him on video grabbing Sukihana, who is a musical star, is a reality television star, and he forcibly kissed her. There's no other way to say it. He got a ton of backlash. There were even people who said he should be charged with the crime. Well,
she was visibly uncomfortable, but this fool just laughed it off and ran away like it was some kind of joke. Social media exploded. Poor Suki, already dealing with her own struggles, had to go on Twitter to tell everybody how hurt and scared she felt. And baby, this wasn't even his first time being caught up in these kinds of allegations. Back in 2019, his girlfriend accused him of domestic abuse, saying he choked her and bit her face during an argument. Like, who does that? So here's YK Osiris going from one of the hottest names in the game to a complete train wreck. Def Jam dropped him faster than a hot potato, and now he's out here trying to make it as an independent artist, but it's looking rough. Now let me tell you about this suspicious trip to Jamaica with Diddy that had everybody's eyebrows raised to the heavens. YK posted this picture of Diddy shirtless in the pool with prayer hands emojis. Like, why are you praying over a shirtless Diddy, baby? Then he posts another one of him getting a massage while laid out, talking about listening to that Diddy, eating that good fruit, and enjoying the beautiful weather. Child, the fans were not having it. They started calling YK out for acting like Diddy's new boy toy. But wait, it gets worse. YK doubled down with this now deleted pic of him going to town on a bowl of fruit. And here's the thing that had everybody's wheels turning. YK was broke as a joke at the time, selling off his cars to keep the lights on. So how in the world did he end up in Jamaica living his best life like money wasn't a problem? Word on these streets is that Diddy might have funded the whole thing. But baby, nothing in this industry is free. They're saying Diddy used his influence on YK, who was desperate to keep his name alive in the game. But instead of helping him, Diddy allegedly dragged this young man into his freaky world, and when YK tried to pull away, his career started tanking faster than the Titanic. And y'all, it's not just YK. A lot of other young male artists who got close to Diddy seem to have their careers snatched away faster than you can say freak off, including Brer Gray, who is coming for Diddy and Will Smith with a $50 million lawsuit. The tea is scalding hot because Diddy was supposed to be mentoring Brer for years, but allegedly took advantage of him by forcing him into those notorious freak-offs. And according to some insider tea, Brer is about to blow the whole lid off everything.
I suspect the soon-to-step-forward male victim of SA by this A-list mogul will not be the last man to do so. And again, this is allegedly Sean Diddy Combs.
And Chile, the male victim they're talking about, that's allegedly Brer. Jaguar Wright came out guns blazing, calling out Will and Jada for allegedly messing with young male artists who looked up to them. She named names: Meek Mill, August Alsina, and Brer Gray.
They trying to send him out so he'll feel too embarrassed to file his lawsuit against Diddy for what Will and Diddy did to him. With Jaden and Justin present that tape.
This isn't just some random drama, honey. People in the industry have been whispering about this for years, but now that Diddy's legal troubles are out in the open, baby, everybody's starting to talk. And if you need more proof about YK Osiris, let me tell you what his baby mama Stasia Thomas posted that had everybody gagging. She didn't spill the tea directly, but she shared this tweet that had people jumping to conclusions. It said, "Stop asking me what happened with my baby daddy. I caught him with a man, okay?" The story disappeared quicker than your ex's messages, but not before it spread across social media like wildfire. Fans were having a field day. Most of them were like, "We already knew he was Diddy's little bitty. Tell us something interesting, like who the man was." Then comes this wild Breakfast Club interview that had everybody's jaws on the floor. When DJ Envy asked Osiris about the craziest rumor.
This rumor you heard about yourself in this industry so far?
The crazy rumor?
Yeah.
I don't know about the rumor. What rumors, right? They say, nah, I ain't gonna say that. I heard about that though, but I ain't about to say that. But
What?
I ain't about to say it on my.
It got even crazier when DJ Envy brought up the rumor about him and Diddy, baby. YK's reaction was off the charts.
Diddy? Yeah, you and Diddy.
You and Diddy what?
You and Diddy. They say he was.
Him and Diddy what?
I'm just saying the rumor.
I ain't never heard this, YK.
They said he was.
How you knew that?
Now I'm about to Google because I ain't never heard this one.
I'm saying, 'cause you, that's the, nobody.
Charlemagne was trying to make sense of what was happening, and when DJ Envy finally mentioned the rumor about YK being Diddy's boy toy, child, YK's body language went from awkward to super tense faster than a New York minute.
I was in Jamaica with him.
Oh, I see it now.
See?
YK Osiris in Jamaica with his alleged boo Diddy.
See?
So we talk about Diddy new boy toy YK Osiris. Why you did this to Diddy, man? It's messed up, man.
But here's the thing that had everybody side-eyeing. YK didn't flat out deny anything. Instead, he tried to laugh it off and deflect.
Heard that? Yeah, I heard it, but I think it'd be crazy little talking stuff.
When you heard it, what did you say to yourself? Because I know your people.
I ain't worried about it.
But your partners.
He tried to explain that he was in Jamaica with a woman, stumbling over his words like he was walking in 6-inch heels for the first time. But Chile, even after that explanation, fans weren't buying what he was selling. His body language throughout that whole conversation was screaming "red flag" louder than a fire truck siren. This story gets even wilder when Drake enters the picture. Let me tell you about these viral clips of YK Osiris doing the most for Drake. There's this video of YK on Drake's private jet doing sit-ups like he was training for the Olympics.
You struggling? You struggling? With them push-ups.
In other videos, he was living it up like he had won the lottery.
All the love to all the people out there, to all the loved ones. Cheers. I mean, shit like that.
But then things took a dark turn. YK's whole mood shifted faster than a mood ring in hot water.
Funny game. It's all funny games. Till ain't games no more. It's all hoo hoo hee hee hoo hoo hee hoo 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 hee. Until ain't games no more. Till you can't do that no more.
Meanwhile, Drake added fuel to this already blazing fire by posting a photo of YK on his Instagram stories, showing off his fresh haircut inspired by Drake's certified lover boy era. Drake captioned it, "Burnt the F out you really W of one YK Osiris." Honey. The fans started connecting dots like they were professional conspiracy theorists. People started speculating that Drake might be pulling the same moves as Diddy, both of them having this quiet control over young male artists. Y'all, people have been whispering for years about how Diddy allegedly handles these up-and-comers, and now it's looking like Drake might be following the same playbook. YK bouncing between these two big names has folks wondering if it's some kind of twisted initiation ritual, like getting close to Drake or Diddy means more for their gain than the artists. It's like these young men get drawn in, and suddenly they're in situations that benefit the moguls more than themselves. Then YK goes and tattoos Drake's OVO owl on his arm. On the surface, it might look like a tribute, but add everything else up, baby, it starts looking more like a stamp of ownership. Osiris's mental health struggles have been out there for everyone to see, and it's heartbreaking how much the industry pressures have taken their toll on him. Remember that dark moment on IG Live where he talked about wanting to end it all?
I just want to die. That's what I want to do. I want to die. That's what I want to do. I want to just crash out right now and just like this like life. I swear to God. But like I want to die. Like I want to kill myself. I want to just like leave this earth.
He went on another rant, but this time he wasn't just talking about his struggles, he was coming for the whole industry.
It is, man. This industry is not what you think it is. Don't let these people fool you, man. Before in the social media, I'm gonna give y'all a little background with me, man. Like, my life is not perfect, man. Don't think because I'm on Instagram showing this, showing that, I don't got a perfect life either.
He called it the devil's game.
From God. And I tell people that 24/7, this is the devil's game. This is not no God's game. This right here is for you to look up to me. This right here for you to look up to me. This music game is the devil. This is the devil. I don't care who, any rapper, all these rappers shaking their ass on Instagram, doing all that bull crap on Instagram. It's the devil to make you follow them. If you don't follow them, you're not going to be in the music industry. When you're not in the music industry, the music industry won't keep going.
Y'all, YK was out here telling the truth that people didn't want to hear. He exposed how the industry operates, spilling all the tea about how these big-name artists make everything seem like a blessing, but they don't tell you about the price you gotta pay behind closed doors. Now hold on to your wigs because this gets even messier. Rumor has it that Diddy and Drake aren't just messing with young rappers for fun. There's this whole conspiracy floating around that these men are part of some twisted Hollywood ritual where they use young men to suck out their youth and stay relevant. I know it sounds crazy, but wait until you hear this. Even psychic Sloan Bella came out and said Diddy's been on this demonic wave for a minute, and Kim Porter, his ex, was apparently about to expose him in a book before she tragically passed away.
Ritualized, thought out, planned, specifically to rip the person down and hide behind their energy. That is what we are talking about. We are talking about the ritualizing, sexualized aggression directed at young children, mainly male, in order to harness their energy.
She claimed Diddy's been using young men for satanic rituals, and that's what Kim was going to reveal before she got silenced. According to her, it ain't about Diddy's sexuality, it's about him performing these rituals to harness energy from these young men.
In ritualistic sodomy passages of rite in order to control the soul body of the physical body of the person.
YK Osiris's career took a nosedive right after he started speaking out against Diddy, and now people are saying Diddy straight up blackballed him to keep him quiet. This type of thing isn't new. Artists like Prince and Michael Jackson been trying to warn us about the darker side of the music business for years. All these whispers about how these big industry players reel in young hopefuls with promises of fame only to control and use them. If you don't play their game, Baby, you're done.
Being a part of Bad Boy at one point, how do you feel about these lawsuits accusing Diddy of abuse? What do you think about that? You knowing Diddy, do you think he's capable of doing that, man?
It's in his character. That's who he is. That's what comes with power. That's what comes with arrogance. That's what comes with, you know, what makes him.
Chilly, it feels like we're stuck in an endless loop of the Surviving Diddy series, and it's not slowing down. Brer Gray just threw his hat in the ring, reportedly filing a whopping $100 million lawsuit against not just Diddy, but Will Smith too, and the streets are buzzing with claims that Diddy allegedly did the same to rapper YK Osiris. This drama just kicked into high gear, and it's wilder than anyone could have anticipated.
It's a blessing from the devil, so stop saying that it's a God blessing. Cause y'all always talking about these rappers, always talking about and giving y'all all these stupid talks. Oh, this God bless it, what God wants you to do. No, this is not what God wants you to do. You go through all this. The devil give you all this money. Go through all this shit to destroy yourself. You destroy yourself. This is not God blessing, my nigga.
If y'all thought the Surviving Diddy era was over, think again. We've been hit with some new revelations that are even crazier than anybody could have expected. For the past month, lawsuits have been flying at Diddy from every direction, and there were hints that more people would step forward, spill the tea, and expose him for some really questionable actions. Well, turns out those hints weren't just rumors, because actor Brer Gray came out to spill the beans on Diddy, and baby, he didn't come alone. Rapper YK Osiris and actor Orlando Brown also stepped up to back him up with stories about how they were allegedly assaulted by Diddy. Brer is claiming that Diddy and Will Smith allegedly coerced him into some shady situations that he definitely did not sign up for, and he is more than ready to tell his side of the story. Just like Cassie and the other women who came forward, these reports have been circulating for a while if you've had your ear to these streets. About 2 weeks ago, a blind item spilled the beans, hinting that several young men in the industry were preparing to speak out against Diddy.
Diddy is on his 4th lawsuit for abuse, assault, among other things in the past recent weeks, and there have been blind items and rumors that he has abused and assaulted men as well. Here is a new blind item. I suspect the soon-to-step-forward male victim of SA by this A-list mogul will not be the last man to do so. And again, this is allegedly Sean Diddy Combs.
Now, people have been scratching their heads for a hot minute wondering what on earth happened to Brer and why he disappeared from the industry so suddenly. I mean, the man had it going on with Empire and everyone expected him to rock the industry after leaving the show. But instead of soaring to new heights, Chile, he vanished into thin air, leaving everybody confused about how he messed up such big opportunities. Well, turns out Brer's exit wasn't voluntary. Word on these streets is that he got blacklisted by none other than Will Smith and Diddy. The Gossip Mill says it happened because Brer tried to back out of some questionable activities they were pushing on him. Activities he never signed up for. But Will and Diddy weren't having any of it. They weren't letting him walk away scot-free, so they went full-on cancel culture on him. For some context, honey, there have been reports for more than 20 years that Diddy and Will Smith were on the DL. Multiple people in the industry have accused them of doing some inappropriate things to other men in the industry. For example, Alexis Arquette, who knew Will on a personal level, spilled the tea that Will's first marriage to Cherie Zampino ended because Cherie caught him in bed with a man. Alexis wrote, "When Jada comes out as gay and her bearded husband admits his first marriage ended when she walked into him servicing his sugar daddy Benny Medina, then I will listen to them. She being his first wife paid off silent. And baby, Alexis Arquette wasn't the only one who spoke on Will. Jaguar Wright also came out to reveal that Will had affairs with multiple younger men in the industry. She claimed that he pretends to mentor the men, but then he allegedly forces them into relationships that leave them traumatized.
And young men have left their house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills, Bashir Gray. Left that house screaming. August the only one that stayed, and I guess he was really sick. He needed a dog.
In a rant against Will's wife, Jada, Trisha Paytas called Will out for allegedly forcing her male dancers to sleep with him.
About your cheating husband my male dancers, you know, when they didn't want to. How talk about that?
And do y'all remember the time when federal agents were looking into Diddy for allegedly doing some unspeakable things to younger men in the industry? Back in 2013, there were reports that Diddy was being investigated by federal agencies for sleeping with young guys. According to reports, during a debriefing session with federal investigators, James Roseman, the music manager turned cocaine kingpin, was reportedly questioned about the preferences of entertainers, including whether Sean Diddy Combs was having intimate relationships with underage boys. Don't get me wrong, guys taking trips together is no biggie. It happens all the time without any shady business. But this particular trip with Diddy had a weird vibe that had people giving them the side eye. And suddenly people started connecting the dots. You know how I said that Diddy had a shady history with younger men in the industry and all that stuff? Well, people believe that Diddy had allegedly been grooming Osiris as his new boy toy. And this person said, "I thought this kid was going to blow. He had some bops when he first came on the scene, then it was like unless you followed him, you really didn't hear much about him. Now all of a sudden he's popping up more." I'm really starting to believe that any black guy that stays in those social circles, especially around Diddy's disgusting self, is either or being men in the industry. Those who fall out or don't be in those circles refuse to bend. The entire trip screamed zesty, and it all had to do with the pictures that O posted. For example, when Diddy posted this shirtless picture of himself in the ocean, Osiris reposted the picture on his Instagram stories with grateful emojis, and people couldn't stop talking about how weird and fruity it seemed. But Osiris took it up another notch, doing a post and delete of him and Diddy enjoying a couple's massage by the sea. Let's be real, the picture was undeniably zesty. I mean, come on. Things got even zestier when he captioned it with, "Listening to that Diddy and B2K, eating that good fruit in the beautiful weather." What? Naturally, the rumor mill went into overdrive, speculating that the mysterious man in Osiris's alleged bed was none other than Diddy. Frankly, it wouldn't be the first time Diddy's been caught up in accusations of turning younger men in the industry into his boy toys, more times than we can keep track of. Dishing out the tea is Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene, who is known for being quite the storyteller when it comes to spills about Diddy's escapades with men.
He said, "Yo, Gene, watch the door, don't let nobody come through here." And I said, "I watched the door." If I watched the door and him and a man ran out naked, and I said that, ain't nobody told me that. I saw that myself.
Adding more fuel to the fire, rapper Exhibit shared a wild tale about the time Diddy took him to a gay bar, leading Exhibit to make a hasty exit, leaving Diddy at the bar.
We go down and get a drink. You know, we sitting there bopping to the music, and then she point over the corner. It's two dudes kissing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the f is this? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, then there's girls in the club too. And then she pointed another direction. It's another dude over there like butt naked.
But wait, there's more. The game didn't hold back throwing shade at Diddy as he recounted a personal experience. He spilled the beans about a DL rapper who hides his sexuality by playing the field with women or having multiple kids with different baby mamas. With Diddy having 4 baby mamas, it seems like he fits right into that narrative. Nas has also been putting his back into exposing Diddy for years, like the time he said, "Sorry, I can no longer help you guys. Soon, you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under the leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow." He also went on The Breakfast Club and said that Diddy was fruity.
Work with a gay rapper.
Yeah, and gay, not being just full out gay, but hiding, trying to pretend like he, loves girls and lives the rap lifestyle. Really, he's a man fan.
50 Cent also claimed that Diddy once tried to take him shopping.
Don't get the chance to, to kick it. Like, we can just hang out. We gotta kick it.
This is awesome. Okay.
You're telling me we gotta kick it. He's like, yo, why don't we go shopping or something? I mean, I pay for it. And I was like, this just sounds
50 also claimed that Diddy's famous parties were just an excuse for him to pick up younger men and turn them into his boy toys. He posted this picture of Lil Baby and said, "See, this is why I don't go to no party Puffy and them. Man, the F is going on here. Get the F off my young man. WTF." Chris Brown also told a story of how Diddy allegedly tried to put moves on him, but that's not the story, because according to him, he was only 12 years old when that happened.
And then the funniest part, like, a lot of people don't know, Diddy turned me down. I was 12 years old. He's like, man,
let's talk about him. You went to see him.
Yeah.
Was you dancing?
So basically, it came as a package deal.
Because if you danced, he definitely would have signed you.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it 100.
Oh, and let's not forget about how Diddy allegedly assaulted Usher when Usher was sent by L.A. Reid to live with Diddy. They referred to it as Puffy Flavored Camp, and that name alone should have been a big enough red flag.
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
Nah, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle,
right?
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
He then claimed that Diddy forced him to hide his experience at Puffy Camp from his parents. They didn't know nothing about this. Oh, I was having a good time, you know what I mean? Just so y'all know how bad it was, Usher vowed that he would never let his own kids do the same thing.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
There's also the time when Diddy slipped up and said that he and Usher used to sleep in the same bed.
Stage, that's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause. But back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes.
There's also this blind item that said Diddy allegedly gave Usher herpes and that Kim Porter was going to talk about it in her book before she passed away. So
in Kim's book, you want to hear it? Here it go. Now, I cannot confirm or deny what's in this book, but ain't nobody fit Natasha K. me. So in this book, it detailed his relationships with men, footage of those encounters. It had the names of the men he slept with, a disease. Allegedly, Diddy giving Usher a disease.
Oh yeah, when Diddy started hanging out with Osiris and flying him out, people immediately thought that Osiris was the next name on Diddy's very long list of alleged boy toys. However, Osiris has always denied this, and he even tried to claim that he wasn't with Diddy in Jamaica.
I was in Jamaica with him.
Oh, I see it now.
I was with a shawty.
All right, but Diddy was there.
No, he was a whole other different.
Oh, so they just made this up?
Yeah, they made it up, yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, he was in a whole other different area.
But Chili, this just doesn't add up. Osiris tagged Diddy in those Jamaica pictures, and he even reposted Diddy's pics. His explanation doesn't hold water. Fans are buzzing about Osiris, possibly not realizing he's been groomed. It's a common scenario where victims only understand the manipulation years later. It makes you wonder if Osiris will connect the dots down the line and consider bringing his own lawsuit against Diddy. The unfolding drama hints at a deeper, more complicated story yet to be fully uncovered. Fans left comments saying, I don't know why predators think that the victims don't grow up and then eventually speak up. About time people realize that everyone is a victim or suspect. This is so heartbreaking for Brer. I can only imagine how all this impacted his life. I hope him and other victims are able to heal and gain justice through all this. I hate that this industry is like this. People can't practice their craft without the expectation of possibly being abused and/or all victims need to speak up, and the predators need to be exposed and pay the consequences so they don't continue hurting people. This is one very messy situation, but y'all let me know what you think. Do you think Osiris is ever going to speak about what happened to him with Diddy? And what do you think about Brer's $100 million lawsuit? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Your thoughts in the comments. Your thoughts in the comments.